back into it. Here we are. Now, today, what we plan on doing is cutting up some Science News Weekly magazines. The idea is to harvest these magazines and get some of the clippings out of them. Really, it's just the covers. Now, look at how thin that is. It's paper thin. There's only a few pages in here, but we may want to cut that piece out right there for some future collage art. Mainly the covers are cool with these, and the thing is I don't know if you've seen it, but on my page I have a magazine haul of these magazines, and there's probably thousands of them. I mean, they're so thin and there's just so many of them. There's just a lot of them. I have hundreds and hundreds of these specific magazine publications that somebody just gave to me, and I was like, oh, I've never seen them before, so I just went and picked them up. They gave them to me for free, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. And because these covers, I saw these and I was like, well, these covers are cool, I like them. But then I go and look through them, it's like there's some cool information in them. They're just really thin, and so there's not a lot for collage art in them. As you can see, it's a lot of text. So the goal for us is to cut out any kind of clippings that we can find and put them in, you know, some bags and stuff, and we can use them for future collage art projects, because I need to start getting rid of some of these magazines. I mean, that's real. I have so many magazines. I have thousands and thousands of magazines. You've heard me say that, and that's really what's going on. I need to do something to get rid of some of these. So this is what we're gonna do. And then in the future, what we'll do is make clipping packs. We'll probably build them together on this channel. I actually already have some styles put together, and we can start building these clipping packs, and then we'll give them away for free to somebody. We'll do some kind of giveaway or something so someone can win it, and then maybe they'll show us, you know, what they've made with the collage art, and we can share it in like the community feed. You know, on this page, just thinking about that, I've never actually used my community feed on this channel, so I should probably start activating that and maybe letting people know when I'm gonna go live and stuff like that. I actually have an unboxing video showing this gear that I just bought, you know, just a budget setup so we can go live, but I finally just uploaded it to YouTube, and now I'm gonna publish it maybe tomorrow. They've always said, I don't know, you listen to content creators, and they say you should probably upload it at least 24 hours before you publish it. That gives time for YouTube to kind of understand what the video is about. I haven't seen any success from that, so I don't know if that's true or not, but kind of just do what other people say. I don't know. So I have the video uploaded. I'm going to publish it tonight, just so y'all know. Tonight, I don't know what's today, the 6th or something. Tonight, I'm dropping this quick collage art video I made, and I really like it. I think it's going to be cool. It's already uploaded. I'm just going to publish it tonight, and it's for Elizabeth Taylor. I found one of her like tribute magazines from People magazine, and it's like a whole magazine about her, and it's Mrs. Hollywood. It's gonna be cool. I really like that one. I made it real quick. It's only like 30-40 seconds long. You know, they're just called quick collage art videos. Quick collage art, something like that. I have a little playlist for it, but watch out for that tonight. And if you're seeing this video later on in the future, go check that one out. It's really cool. I really like it. It just shows some transformations, kind of gives a shout out to her, Elizabeth Taylor. I didn't know that she was in Lassie. I didn't realize that she was in that TV show Lassie. You start reading those magazines, you're like, oh, you know, I've seen her acting and stuff. But it's funny that I didn't know that that was her as a kid in the TV show Lassie. So learn something new. So what I want to do is go through and cut these. Now they're really interesting. I mean, look at some of these covers. I mean, they're really cool. I want to go through and cut them. I'll show you. I have so many. This is nothing. I have a big stack. If you've seen that video, you can go check it out later. It's called Huge Magazine Haul or something, Science News Weekly, and there's just tons of them that I filmed that I have, but they're just taking up space. I have so many magazines just taking up space around here, so I have to do something. So we're gonna go through and start cutting these up, do something with them, because they're so thin. It's like, am I really gonna sit around and try to sell these and stuff? You know, it's like maybe someone would buy this whole stack off of me. Look at that. That stack's thick. I mean, it looks thick because it's like this. They're just really thin little magazines, and we have 2 piles of them here. But before we jump into these, I was already working today, and I was in this neighborhood. It's kind of like a thrift shop, but it's like a secondhand store or whatever, and they do sell magazines. And I found these magazines, and I really do like these travel plus leisure. Let me show you them one at a time. But I saw this one, and I'm like, oh, it's like some inspiration to go to Mexico or something. Destination of the year. This is travel and leisure. It's January 2022. So looks pretty cool. I was just like wanted to see it because I do like these travel and leisure magazines. Oh, look at that pretty lady right there. I like her dress. Plus that key. What does that key lead to? A secret doorway for sure. But look at this cool architecture right here. You know, this is all about making collage art. Like these are assets for having fun too. It's, you know, this is not like serious collage art. This is like just have fun. This is not like we're trying to make them to sell them and make a ton of money and we're just these really cool artists. My name is not Picasso. Again, it's not Picasso. Look at that turtle right there. Man, that water looks refreshing. He's loving that. I wonder if they saturated that though. But that water does look cool. I've never seen water like that. I live in the Pacific Northwest. I've never seen clean water like that. Maybe down, you know, in Mexico, obviously. I've been to Mexico, but I can't remember the water looking like that. Guess it's been a long time. That looks beautiful. That sunset is super beautiful right there. I could make something cool with that, you know, put some other type of stuff, use this as a backdrop or use this as texture inside a piece of collage art. So that's why I love these magazines. They're pretty cool and I wanted to get some more of them and I just happened to run across these when I was waiting because I was waiting on this real estate agent and they take their time. And so why be 30 minutes early when I know they're not going to be, they're going to be 30 minutes late. No, they better not be 30 minutes late. I'm not waiting around that long. Oh, look at that pretty lady. She's over here. That's cool. I mean, it's kind of already collaged up. And I saw that when I was flipping through it. I tried to get this live stream going on TikTok and YouTube about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. And for some reason, it wouldn't do it on YouTube. It didn't go on YouTube, and then it started going on TikTok. And honestly, I have a bigger following on TikTok, but I like YouTube. I'm trying to get my YouTube going more. And so I went ahead and stopped that live stream and bounced back over here just to YouTube. I'm going to have to figure out why it won't like simulcast. I tried to schedule it and then my TikTok was going, but my YouTube was not. And I'm like, okay, well, that's defeating the purpose because I care more about archiving these on YouTube and letting people check them out because that's where I post all my long form videos. I really just post my shorts that I make over here or clippings from my long form videos over on a TikTok. So it's not like my main thing. So when it wasn't streaming over here, I was like, I'm gonna need to leave y'all. I'm gonna go back to my YouTube family over there. So I just wanted to get this one going. But yeah, I found this magazine. This one was really cheap, 50 cents. I think I paid 50 cents for it. And some of those secondhand stores actually still carry magazines. So that's a tip for you if you're looking for some cheap magazines. Places like Goodwill and stuff, they do not. They don't even carry magazines. And I don't know, maybe it's different in your area, but I've looked around at all the ones around here. They have some books. Oh, that is pretty. That's pretty right there. Look at that place. Wouldn't you want to just stay the night up in there? Seems pretty nice. I don't know. They probably have mosquitoes though. Look at that outside. I don't know if you can actually see that outside, but my little monitor is just like so saturated. I know it doesn't look like that now after seeing the other one, but that place is beautiful right there. Looks like a really nice place, and that's why I guess it's destination of the year. I would love to go see these Mayan temples sometime. That's something that I've always wanted to do. Check it out. I don't know if anybody has been there. You know, drop a comment if you see this in the future or you've seen it now. Drop a comment. Let people know if you've ever been to the Mayan temples. I think it would be something cool to check out. Just how big and massive they are. I think that would be awesome. So yeah, I found these. They're cool. These travel plus leisure magazines are something. That's a cool piece, you know. The postcard. And then the mountains. I guess, you know, they do have some mountains there. And the penguins. This isn't. Oh, that's just an advertisement. Like I say, they don't have any glaciers and, you know, down in Mexico. But you can fool me. I don't really know. No, these are just advertisements and stuff. But that's the cool thing about these is there's lots of advertisements as well. And you kind of get a mixture of stuff in these. And that's why I really like these ones too. I was trying to buy some more of these online. This lady gave me some for free. And I was like, ooh, I didn't really realize it. And then I went through one getting some collage art pieces. And I realized, that's a cool place. I realized, was that Mexico City? I realized how much I liked them, and so I was like, well, I should buy some more. And I was looking around online on like eBay and stuff, and I was in communications with this dude to get a deal because he wouldn't combine the shipping, and I'm like, you gotta combine the shipping, man. It's all coming the same. I'm not gonna pay individual on each one, you know, just for some magazines. I already have a lot. Ooh, look at that. Look at that secret garden. Now, if we were making some collage art with that, could make somebody pop out of there. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. I want to mark these pages. I don't have my little marking paper, but I'll do that here in the future, you know, looking at these. But this is a really cool magazine. I can see the food. I can see the stuff. So, ooh, look at the kicks. Are those like some Reebok pumps? They almost look like some Reebok pumps right there. And he's got the Velcros. He's got the Velcros. Ain't that something? And what's that, like a Gucci for like pickleball or something? Y'all going playing pickleball or tennis or something? I don't really know, but so that one's cool. We got that one. That's the Mexico one. And then I saw this one, the water issue. Swimming pool summer. Give me your number. I want to make a collage with that song. People probably don't know what it is. It's just some silly stuff. But I'm sure it's beautiful. I can't even find it, but look at the auroras. That's pretty right there. It's pretty. I like to say it like that. And that looks really cool. So anyway, this is another cool one. Just got that. I think they were 50 cents a piece. And I don't know. I just got them. We'll get to these in a second, but I just got these today. So I figured I'd show them to you. Eugene magazine. Do you know the Eugene magazine? Me neither. I've never seen the Eugene magazine before, but I saw these little critters on here, and I was like, these guys look really cool. I gotta flip through this one. And there was other Eugene magazines there, and they were thinner. And so I was like, oh, this is like a special edition or something right here. And oh yeah, look at this guy. He's happy. He looks like he's in Hawaii or something. I want to go to Hawaii. Oh, look at the jewels. Look at the jewels. Oh, it's a key. Oh, that's sick. The problem is, if it's on two different pages, makes it a little tricky when you're doing some collage art, is to bring those pages together. You know, how good is your cut right there? You know, it's me we're talking about, so it might not be that great. I know, I'm gonna cut it. There's gonna be a gap. But anyway, I saw this one for Eugene, and I believe, and you know, I haven't actually even read it. I just got it today, so I believe this is Eugene, Oregon, is what it's talking about. Yeah, there you go. You got the ducks. So I was right. I mean, pretty obvious. I don't know if there's other Eugenes in the country. There probably is. You know something? It's kind of funny. Is in Oregon, all of the cities are like named. They're like rip-off names. Every name, every city named here, Portland. Oops, someone's honking outside. Portland, you know, there's Portland, Maine. Salem, you know, there's other Salems across the country. It's just like every city name is like a rip-off. Albany, it's just like, I don't know. When they built Oregon and named all the cities, they like just stole names from all over the country. It's kind of weird, kind of funny. So if you tell anyone you live over here, ooh, look at the little bunnies. See, this is why I got it, because I saw the pets on the cover and I was like, yeah, this is going to be cool for some collage art. Oh yeah, look at the horse. That's pretty. Oh, this dog right here. I feel like he's like he's a shepherd, but he's like a Australian shepherd or something. I don't know. I guess you can read it, but he kind of looks like one of those Australian shepherd type dogs. And look at that cat. That's not Grumpy Cat. That's Sad Cat. Kind of looks like Sad Cat. Anyway, that would be a cool picture. Oh, and the bird. You know, that's perfect for collage art. Now, if I don't use it, I'll put it in we'll cut it out and we'll put it into a pack, and then we'll like give it away to someone and see what they make with it. Sounds like a fun thing to do. It seems like we're going to have so much stuff to do in these live streams. It's just like, we just got to get our equipment figured out and it'll all start working really well. So that's where we're at on this. Even a little mouse. I don't know. That mouse looks good, but if you go downtown Portland, and they're them rats. Those are real rats, and they're gross. I don't like it. That's the one thing that I don't like. I don't know if it's the one thing, but rats and cockroaches. I just can't stand them. Like, I don't really mind spiders that much. I don't mind flies. I don't really mind any of that stuff. But man, rats and cockroaches. They just really get me. And it's probably because when I'd go stay with my dad in the summer times down in Phoenix, we just had tons of cockroaches because we lived in an apartment complex and the dude next door wouldn't let them spray to get rid of the cockroaches. So they would come through the building into ours and scarred me as a kid. I don't like living with cockroaches. It's not cool. But anyway, this is a cool magazine that we got. And this one is like gardens and gum, chewing gum. I'm gonna cover it, you know what I mean? It's the pew pew, but I think they do hunting and stuff in it as well. But I'm like, oh, that's a cool magazine. And then I saw this and I was like, oh yeah, the windmill, gonna totally cut that piece out. And I noticed towards the back they start doing some hunting, but there's like some country music stuff in here, some cool pictures, and I just got it. I was just random. So that was a random one. Eugene one, that's a random one. I've never even seen that magazine before, and that was super random. So that's what I just got today, my first magazine haul of the day. So that was kind of funny. I'm always getting magazine hauls. Again, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of magazines that are bearing me alive, so that's why we're going to cut these up. These ones are the Science News Weekly. That's a science news magazine, the real thing. Again, what we want to do is just cut out all the good stuff and then get rid of all the paper. I got to start doing something, like what am I doing with these? I have so many of them. I don't know. She gave them to me for free, so that was cool. But then I have these, and I have stacks and stacks of these. So there's not a ton of pictures inside of these, and that's the part that kind of sucks about it, is that there's not a ton of pictures inside. So it's like, well, why am I going to keep them? I might as well slice them up and other people can use them for their future collage art projects. And you can see it's just really thin. So I think what we're going to do is just go ahead and slice them up. And maybe I won't slice them all because it's going to take a long time. But I think if we just cut them up. Now, as far as this goes, I would cut off the name there. Maybe I won't, so I can keep it as a good backing piece. Once we come back into it, maybe we'll look at it and see. But there's not a ton of stuff in these. And so I think if we just blow through these real quick, start cutting them up, you know what I'm saying, then we can keep these. I like these coins, like we were talking yesterday, is these aren't real gold, and I do kind of like keeping the piece at the bottom to see what they are, but you already know what these are. So I'm gonna just go ahead and cut them out, and we'll save these coins because I'm sure I could put these coins in a piece of future collage art. So that's kind of the idea. Look, we got these 2 gold coins. Oh, excuse me. Sacagawea. All right, and then don't really need that. Toss those in there. Keep burping here. Let's go and cut this out. Is this how our solar system works? I'm sure it's proven, I'm sure that's totally how it works, and I believe it. So I'm gonna frame it because I believe that. All right, we're gonna put that down there, and then look, that was it. That's all there was. Now these old ads and stuff, I guess you could do something with those, but ain't no one got no time for that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no time for that. This is a cool cover too. I think the covers are really cool. On some of them, I really like the covers. They're really interesting. So I think I will keep a lot of the covers if I can, and that's probably going to be full. Maybe I'll keep the full pages of the covers because most of these aren't going to be full pages. See how small those are? I don't even feel like they're worth keeping. I know this is just crazy, but no one's going to keep these. You know what I'm saying? Like, why even have them? You want that old disc player, the old Bose? Bose has the beats though. Bose has the beats. That's real. That old one right there. Oh no, this was like 2000s. So it's like a Discman, the Discman one. So we'll keep that. You never really know. Let's pop into the next one. See, these covers are really cool. I could use this for like some texture or something. But I don't need all these magazines, man. I need to do something. And so that's what we're doing. We're just going through and slicing them up and then seeing what we come across and get rid of them, because she was about to throw them in the recycling bin. She's like, they're gonna go to the recycling if you don't get them today. And so I ran by there and picked them up, and it was actually a sketchy place. See, we're just gonna blow through these. There ain't that much in them at all, but the covers are really cool. So who knows what we're gonna make with the covers. But yeah, the lady was just like really trying to get rid of those as fast as she could. And I was like, well, I'll be in the area. I'll come by and pick them up and, you know, see what they are, because I'm not actually super familiar with them. I'm like, what is Science News Weekly? You know, like it's not something that I've actually heard of before I got these. And so I went and picked them up, but it was a sketchy little area. Like her little thing was like really sketchy. I don't know. Like sometimes I end up in some weird situations when you go to get free stuff from people online. It wasn't, what was it, Facebook? The Face Space Marketplace. I don't think I got it from the Face Space Marketplace. I think I actually got her off of the Craig Space. You know what I'm saying? That's where I found her, and she was giving these away. And I was like, yeah, I'll come pick them up. And she gave me some weird instructions on how to get into her driveway thing. And it was like a dirt road. It was like really sketchy. It was in the middle of a neighborhood, you know, so I guess I didn't feel too sketched out. But and now I'm upside down. See, there ain't that much in them, so it is what it is. Take it or leave it. But that's kind of what she told me. You better come and take them, or they're going to end up in the recycling bin. So I was like, well, I'll run by and pick them up, you know, and just go get them. And then who knows what they're going to be like. They're interesting. If you're into like science stuff, there's some interesting science stuff. It's just like updates from, you know, their weekly discoveries and what's going on in the scientific world. But, you know, I'm more about like trying to make some collage art. Look at that astronaut right there. We'll go ahead and take him. You never know. You could put him in a piece of collage art. And that's what these are about. We'll take the clippings, we'll keep the clippings, and we'll be putting them together. Together, we'll be building some packs together, and then we'll give them away. We'll just give them away, let people create some collage art as well, because you should see all my stuff, and you will see if you tune in here in the future, is how many clippings I have. I think I have like thinking about it yesterday, and I think they're about 8 boxes. I think they're like 8, maybe more. So if you know USPS flat rate boxes, the large ones, because they fit magazines no matter the size. Well, not always, but most of the time they'll fit them no matter the size in those. And I think I have 8 boxes full of clippings, full of just clippings like this. You can see how small this is, just a piece of paper, but put together in different packs and stuff of different, like these are like people's headshots, and these are fashion ones, and these are automotive and stuff. And I have boxes and boxes of them, and we're gonna go through them and make some cool collage art with them. But I'm also gonna build some packs that we can give away to people, so that's gonna be fun going on in the future. Rolling in the deep. This one, I mean, I guess we'll keep it. It's a lot of covers. It looks like all these are the covers. There's some really cool covers in here, but it's like, do you really want to keep them all? We're gonna go through some more interesting magazines here in the future, but I need to start getting rid of stuff. Like, I need to do it. I don't know if we want that pollution. It's got all the text all over it. I'm not gonna worry about it. And see, even this cover, I'm not gonna keep that cover. We'll just see what it is. And there is a set of these that are from the 80s, and I'm not gonna get rid of those. Need that. All this is taking up space on me, and you know, it's not like it's bugging me that much, but subconsciously, when you have stuff everywhere, it's kind of overwhelming. It starts to get to you where you're like, man, what am I doing with all this stuff? You know, and it's like I can't get to my other things because I am pretty organized with it, but there's so many boxes of magazines that it's like, what, you know, I got these in the way. And you can see these actually here have some water damage or something. They're wrinkly, so not even worth saving, you know. So, but having all these, this is what I feel like. I feel like, I got so many magazines, like what am I gonna do? Or like I just want to do a video, and it's like, well, let me go through my 20 boxes, and the one magazine I want is all the way in the back behind 3 rows of boxes. And that's kind of been my life for a little bit here, so that's why got to start thinning the herd, you know. But I also feel like I want to give away some magazines to people and make sure that they're able to have fun and enjoy the magazines as well. So that's what we're doing. These ones, I guess the apple and the cherry and stuff up there, but then the text is over it. See, that kind of ruins it for me. With a little peach cobbler, the peach. So I don't know, we'll just keep flipping through these and see. The next one's chocolate. I definitely want some chocolate. That's probably one of my biggest problems is I like to eat chocolate. I've been trying to be more healthy recently. That's another thing I'm working on, just working on getting all my stuff together, putting systems together and being more healthy. But then you see this, a bunch of chocolate dipped in like cocoa powder or something. What's going on here? I gotta keep that. I gotta keep that covered. So, you know, makes me hungry. I don't know if that's the best thing I should be eating, but you know, sweet treat every now and then ain't too bad. I've actually been getting a lot more healthy recently, and I can see it in my body. You know, when you could totally look in the mirror and you're like, okay, I can see the difference. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, it wasn't like I was overweight or anything. It's just that I could see my muscle definition coming out more from making sure I work out every day, every morning. And that's something that I'm trying to work on. Systematics is just having a good system for what I do in the morning. But I've been working out every morning and it's getting better. I could tell that I'm feeling better, and it's helped tackle all these magazines that I have, or tackle everything else that I got going on. So it's kind of cool getting that system going and figuring everything out. But I'm trying to be more healthy. But you know, eating healthy is expensive. Like trying to buy, you know, all organic stuff. Look at them crystals. They're too small. That's the problem. Is I need big stuff. So I don't even know if there's good stuff. These ones that I haven't even cut, I'm actually just throwing them in a separate pile over here to the side, and then I could just give those away. I know a place that takes magazine donations, and then they sell magazines for 50 cents. But the problem is, then I'm going to show up, and all these magazines that I donated are going to be in the pile when I want different magazines. But I don't know. Somebody else might want them really thin. That one's pretty cool, though. I like that picture, so it's mine. They were all going to get recycled anyway, and that's how I got them. So they're giving them away for free, and you know, they've been sitting here. Nobody wanted to buy them or anything, so it's like, well, we'll get what we can out of them, and then I'll pass along the love as I can. If we get any cool clippings, weird cats and stuff on the back, but it's just like wasting my space because I got way cooler magazines. I'll tell you that, way cooler magazines than this. But we got to start somewhere, because hit that staple right there. But I have a lot of other magazines that are weighing me down too. Like I have a whole bunch of National Geographics, stacks of them, stacks of the National Geographics. I have two different stacks. Now some of them are really old, from like the 30s. You know, they're the ones that don't have the pictures on the back, and then or on the front. They don't have the picture. They just look like that old text on it. And then I have stacks from like the 90s and 2000s. And I'm not the hugest fan of those. There are cool pictures in there, do not get me wrong. But there's also some like gross pictures and like some weird pictures. And, you know, I get it. That's how people are living in that side of the world, or wherever they're taking the pictures and stuff. Look at this one. Look like a party over here. He's the chimps in the cage over there doing a party. And they got their, you know, apple cider. That's Google. That's not champagne. It's apple cider right there. So don't be getting mad at us. It's a cartoon, okay? But yeah, I have tons of those boxes. I don't even know what to do with them. So I film magazine hauls on this channel where I go and show all the magazines that I got. I got these magazines, and I really don't know what to do with them. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know what to do with all those Nat Geos. I'll go cut through them. You know, maybe I can't really do them in even these videos. So what happened to me recently with TikTok and YouTube, mainly with TikTok, is they straight gave me a strike on my account for showing some magazines. And I was just showing you know, it's a swimsuit edition. Okay, it's a swimsuit edition, but you know, they're like swimsuits from like the 90s or from the 2000s. I mean, if you go look at swimsuits today, them girls are wearing, you know, shoestrings and stuff. And if you just go down to the beach, you'll see these girls just wearing shoestrings. I don't know, they're just wearing regular bikinis. But apparently I got flagged, and they gave me a strike, and then they put some of my content behind like an 18 and up wall or whatever. And it's just like, they're just summertime, you know. It wasn't even bad, you know. They're just like summertime people hanging out at the beach and stuff. And I guess that's too much. I guess it's too much. I can't even show that kind of stuff. So that really kills my vibe, because what am I gonna do? I have tons of magazines like that, you know. I have whole stacks of Maxim magazines, and you know, those GQ magazines. Now I did notice in some of those magazines they are showing, you know, more than they should, which I thought is kind of weird. But So I do have to watch out for that. But that's also with the Nat Geos. I have to watch out for the Nat Geos as well, because they're showing other things like wars and stuff like that. So we got to make sure that we're not crossing any lines. And I understand that kind of stuff is happening in the world and all that good stuff. But, you know, it's not, I'm not trying to show it anyway. It's not like stuff that I want to show. Look at this weird guy. He's like a test dummy for like construction workers. Let's see if the hard hat works, you know, drop the hammer on his head and we'll see what happens. That's kind of what it looks like. But I don't know. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. Who knows if you're ever going to need a test for your collage art project. But so that's the thing that worries me about those Nat Geos. I can show the covers. Even some of the covers are kind of creepy, you know, so I don't really know what to do about those. A whole bunch of them, literally. Hundreds of Nat Geos. I mean, I can go cut them up on my own without anybody seeing it, and then I can pick through it and get the good collage pieces, you know, assets, I like to call them, get some good assets for the future. And then if I do that, then I can put those in packs or something. I can put them in my collage art. Look at this dude, Shadow Universe. It's pretty cool, actually. I like that. So we'll keep that one. Who knows what the article is about? I ain't got time to read it. I ain't got time. But I do like the little Shadow Universe. So it looks like we're mainly keeping mostly the covers. There are some pictures in here, but not too many, and they're really small. And you can see like this isn't anything bad or anything, but it's just like, you know, that's some old, like showing like some indigenous tribe stuff or something. And that's another thing. I don't like to like put too much people's culture too much in there. I don't want to offend anyone in that aspect of things, you know, because have respect. I have part farmer from I could have been my mom's side of the family. It's farmers from Montana. They're all farmers from Missoula, Montana. I could have been raised there, but then my dad's side, I'm Muscalero Apache. So I do have Apache in me as well. So, you know, I understand respecting people's culture and stuff like that, because if people are wearing a headdress or something, it kind of, I can see how people can get offended. Although I don't think it's necessary to take the name like Chiefs out of the like football team or something. I think that's actually respect. Like, yeah, that's the Chiefs, bro. We're the Chiefs over here. I think that's kind of cool. I wouldn't say strip their names out of stuff like that, but they do it anyway. See, like, this is nonsense. I don't really need this. You know what I'm saying? I don't really need the, you know, what is this, like a phone book or something? It feels like a phone book or something. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. I don't even need this dude with holding his fish. I have a magazine haul coming. I have a magazine haul coming up real soon. I just filmed it, and it's for fly fishing magazines. It's all about fly fishing, and I have tons of them. Dude was giving them away, and he's like, I'm putting them on the curb or they're hitting the recycling bin. It's like the story I hear all the time. If you don't come get them now, they're going to the recycling bin. And I mean, it's just like, it's paper, you know, you could burn it or something. Look at this cardinal here. But yeah, so he was doing that, and I was working in the neighborhood, and I'm like, you know what? And I'm on Craigslist, you know, Craigslist. Call it the Craigslist. I was on Craigslist over there, and he said that, and I was like, well, I'm gonna cut through the neighborhood. I'm already coming through the neighborhood, so let me see. I've never owned any fly fishing magazines. I mean, I wonder what those are like. So I went there and checked them out. Ooh, sorry, hit that little spring thing over there. That was weird. But yeah, I never seen any fly fishing magazines, and so I pulled over there into the neighborhood, and sure enough, there is just piles and piles of magazines on the curb, and they were all, you know, in those little magazine dividers. And I thought, like, okay, there's gonna be something in here. And so I jumped out, and it was kind of like in front of, like, they're not apartments. I like these little seahorses. I haven't done any cutting really. Let me go ahead and do some scissor cutting here. They're in front of, like, they're like apartments, but they're like condos. But if you saw them, you just call it an apartment because it's like super ghetto. Like, I guess people own those things. I have no clue why you would want to own a condo that looks like an apartment. It practically is, and they're super ghetto too. And it's like, why would you want to lock yourself up into that? And I don't know, everyone's, you know, if that's your house, sorry, I don't mean to offend you or anything, but I just don't think it's a smart move. I work in real estate, and it just seems silly to me to see buying one of those. And I guess you can say it's an investment or something, and maybe the money, maybe it went up in value, so I guess that could be why you would live in one, or why you would want to buy one of those. But being in a mortgage is a big trap. The mortgage payment's a trap unless you're making money on it and everything's going up, and it's like 2020 around here and everything's blowing up to the moon. Then I guess you made some money on that thing. But if I wanted to, you know, live in that kind of thing, I might as well just live in an apartment, and you can have a way nicer apartment, and then you wouldn't have to worry about like fixing the roof or stuck in an HOA fee or any kind of other silly stuff like that. So it always kind of just blows my mind why people would live in those. But back to the point, these magazines were all out front of his place there, where kind of like a condo with apartments. And I don't know, there was hundreds. I mean, I don't know, we're probably pushing the thousands again, and it's crazy to say that many magazines out on the side of the road, but it was tons of them, like tons of them, and I didn't know what to do with them. And I'm like, I'll take them, you know. And then so when I took them, I tried to go through and get the nice ones and get rid of any stinky smelly ones, and just kind of put the stinky smelly ones in a recycling bin, because that's what he was going to do anyway. And then I took the ones that I didn't necessarily want, and I donated them to the place that sells magazines like that, so someone's going to get to enjoy some fishing magazines as well. But I kept a bunch of them for my magazine hauls, and now I have that video that I filmed. Oh, look at the dolphin. That's a cool dolphin. It's kind of got a little bit of scratching on it, so that could mess up the picture, but we'll keep him. So I filmed that haul of fishing magazines. Anything I tell y'all on these live streams, I'm pretty much giving away what's coming up on the channel. Like I said, this evening I'm dropping a really cool quick collage art video. That's this evening. I don't know when you're watching this or when you see it, but it's the one for Mrs. Hollywood. It's for Elizabeth Taylor. So I'm giving away the secret and telling y'all that is coming tonight. It is not even... Nobody knows except for anybody who is on here, so I'm excited about that one. But telling y'all about the magazine hauls that I have coming up, I haven't told anyone that I have all those fly fishing magazines, and nobody knows. Another one, I'll tell you some more secret stuff. Let me drop this one over here because it looks cooler instead of that where I talk about the secret stuff. I have the fly fishing magazine haul already filmed. It's already filmed. I have a new Vogue magazine haul. It's already filmed. I just gotta upload it. YouTube don't like me uploading too much, and that's why I'm gonna start live streaming and stuff, because I can do more, because I have so much stuff that it's like I don't want to overdo their platform and they get mad at me and think I'm like some spam bot just uploading crazy stuff. So I gotta calm it down and just kind of stay consistent, like they say, but at the same time don't flood the platform. So we have a fly fishing magazine haul. I have what did I say? I have a Vogue magazine haul. That one's already filmed. I have a Harry Potter magazine haul. I just found all these Harry Potter magazines so random. Like they're like News Weekly and Entertainment and People and stuff. And it's all about Harry Potter. It's just funny. And I have that already filmed. So I'm going to publish that on the page real soon. I have I have a food and wine magazine haul that I'm going to publish here real soon. So that one's coming up, and you'll see that. It's already filmed. I already have it there. I have a Rolling Stone magazine haul. That one, I've been holding on to it, and it's all like vintage Rolling Stone magazines from like the late 60s, early 70s, when they look like newspapers. You know what I'm saying? They're those old magazines where they look like newspapers. And so those, I have that haul, and they're really cool magazines in there. It's actually been a while since I got those, because some lady gave them to me for free. She gave them to me for free. I was on the Craig space again, like free magazines. You got some free magazines, and all of a sudden popped up a picture of the Rolling Stone magazines with Lil Michael on it. It had Lil Michael Jackson on the cover, and I was like, oh, it's got Lil Michael Jackson on the cover, and I just knew that I had to have them. And she was giving them away for free, and I started panicking. I'm like, oh, please, we do stuff with magazines, and I'll come and get them right now. And she's all the way up in Battleground. And she's like, I got to go to a doctor's appointment at 1. If you can get here by then. I'm like, I'm already in the car. I'm heading to pick him up. I picked him up, and she gave me a big old bin full of old Rolling Stone magazines, and it was just crazy. And that actually happened a little while ago. I haven't posted the video, but I've already made thousands. I've made over $1,000 off of those magazines already, and I still have a bunch of them, and I'll probably give away some on this channel, but I have not sold or gave away my Beatles magazines ones, John Lennon on them, and then there's one with the Beatles on it. I got the little young Michael Jackson. He's on that one. It's from like the 1960s, late 1960s, and then Jimi Hendrix. I have the Jimi Hendrix magazine with it's like late 1969 Rolling Stones magazine. They look like newspapers. You know, they're still like where they fold in half like that and stuff. And I still have that one. I have some Elton John. I have some Elton John ones, and then some other random ones, but I've already sold a bunch of them. I already sold over $1,000 worth of them, and the lady just gave them to me for free. It's crazy, the stuff that people give away for free, probably because they just don't want to deal with it. Like these magazines, I can understand. You don't want to deal with these. There's not really a whole lot to them. They're pretty thin. I mean, maybe you already read them. I don't know, but people just want to get rid of them. You know, as us as humans, we just collect too much stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I can attest to that because I have thousands of magazines sitting around. So yeah, I have too much stuff. And so that's why we're cutting through them and things like that. But people just give away crazy stuff. And like when she's giving me all those Rolling Stone magazines, I'm like, dude, you're giving me like $20 bills here. You're just handing me $20 bills pretty much. It's like you're just giving me money because it's so easy. Like now some of those I want a little bit more for them. The little Michael Jackson one, I'm asking $40, $39 on eBay right now for the little Michael Jackson one, and nobody's bought it yet. I've had people try to lowball me a bunch, but I'm like, no, I'm not selling Lil Michael for $15. I have him listed for $39, so you can stop sending them low offers. But that's kind of funny. And so, you know, some of them I've kept. Like there's the Beatles ones that I've done some research on. I'm like, this one's actually worth money, and it's worth like a couple $100. And then I put it with like John Lennon, and then a couple other, there's like a 4-pack or something, a couple John Lennon, a couple different ones of him and the Beatles. And I was like, you know, give me a couple $100 or like $150 for it or something. People just don't want to buy, you know, that's for some magazines. But if you're a true collector, people will buy it. Now, inside that magazine haul, there was some JFK, you know, assassination newspapers from the day after that all happened, but they were from Scotland. It was weird. They were from Scotland, and I posted those up for sale, and someone bought them. I was like, someone's gonna buy these, and someone totally bought them from me. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to sell those, but I was like, I don't want them. I don't want to hold on to them. So why would I keep those around for no reason, you know? So I did sell those. So it's just wild, and I haven't even had a chance to post those video hauls just because I don't want to overdo it with YouTube. I'm trying to build this page up, you know, so any subscribers or any likes and all that stuff is really appreciated. I really appreciate it because I'm really just trying to build this page up, and I have so many things I want to do in the future with this page, with y'all, with the community. Like I want to build people, or want to build a community with people that actually want to create stuff and have a good time, and, you know, make cool collage art and not be so serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hide that cover, I'm gonna hide that cover, and I'm gonna keep going. Some of the covers may not be appropriate for YouTube, and so we got to watch out for that because we don't want YouTube getting mad at us. We're friends, YouTube. I'm not trying to be pushing your boundaries. I'm not the guy to make some controversial stuff, although you probably know me in the past, YouTube. But I've changed my ways, I promise. No, we're just making some fun art. But I want the community to where everyone else can like make cool stuff too. And you know what I'm saying? That's where I really probably should start working on the community feed on this channel, so other people can like post their collage art that they make. And with these clippings, I can't, you know, these aren't the best clippings. We can see that these aren't really the best of clippings because I just need to get rid of these magazines. But we will be going through all these other magazines, making clipping packs. All right, like I said, I already have like 8 boxes full of magazine clippings, so we'll start making some cool packs, you know, from the luxury ones. I haven't even posted that one yet. I have a haul of the Rob Report. I don't know if you know what the Rob Report is, but it's a magazine publication that's all luxurious. Like, it's super luxury. Like, they just have like fancy artifacts and like supercars and watches, and but all of the ones that I have are from like the early 2000s, so they're kind of like throwback-ish. I gotta post that magazine haul as well. I got them piled up, but I just can't, you know, YouTube. I don't want to affect YouTube, and I know I want to hurry up and get the page going, and I want to get a bunch of people, you know, here and enjoying this stuff with me so we can all enjoy it together. But it's a process, you know, and I understand YouTube and how you just kind of got to take the time and just let it go, and it'll build itself over time if you're willing to put in the work. So we got a lot of work. I already put in a lot of work. I have a whole bunch of videos of magazine hauls, and then those videos, you know, we'll be going through those magazines and getting cool clippings. These clippings, I think I'm kind of wasting my time here. I think after this one, see this binding? Look at how thin this is. I could just take this thing, grab it, get it in there, and just give it a little something, and almost cut the whole binding off. Oh, it didn't cut the whole binding off. All right, I tried. It went pretty deep. They cut deep, but might be getting dull. I cut a lot of these. I cut a lot of magazines with these little blades, so I have to change them out pretty frequently. And my little one, I like to use my little one for detail cutting, but it's not going to cut through these, and I could just bust out the box cutter, you know what I'm saying? I also have one of those rolly cutters. It's like a circular blade, and I do that when I'm really trying to get aggressive and cut like a whole thick magazine down real quick, and that's how I ended up with 8 boxes of magazine clippings. Pretty wild. Okay, so anyway, look, we're getting to some mice. We got this. I feel like I'm wasting my time here. It's kind of wasting my time. I don't need any of that. Don't need that. I mean, that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. You know, time's precious. Time is precious. So I'd rather us be making some cooler stuff than going through these. So this one may be a little boring. Lake Tahoe, though. I mean, Lake Tahoe. What's up, man? I want to go visit Lake Tahoe on my way down to Vegas. I'm not a gambler, but definitely don't want to go down there when it's 110 degrees. But I guess all the casinos have the air conditioning, you know, they know how to do it. Up here, I just saw a thing. I live in Oregon. I don't know if you know that. Up here, they're going to try to pass a law where all the rental units need to have air conditioning in them because it's starting to get hot out here. And so they're trying to make them. That's going to be crazy for landlords trying to do that in all these units out here. But I guess it is what it is. It's getting hotter. They should at least let people install the AC units in their windows. They don't let them do that in a lot of apartments out here, and I can see why. If you're up on the 3rd floor and you put one of them AC units in the window and you don't install it properly, and then it falls down on somebody's head, then there's a big problem right there. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, especially from the apartments, like, you know, law perspective of like, we don't want to be sued, you know, our insurance can't cover that. But maybe they could have the maintenance people come and install them for them, and like the tenant has to buy it. Maybe you can get those for a couple $100 or something. They buy it, it gets installed by the maintenance team, and then you can actually have some AC. See, our problem here in this place is we have one of those ductless splits where it's like just an AC heater in the one room, right? But down in my daughter's room, she doesn't have it. So we have to keep her door open and fans blowing in that direction so her room doesn't get super hot, because also the sun just hits right on her room this time of year. And so it's a problem that we have. So I could see like why putting an AC unit in there would be helpful, but it's up high, and if it falls on someone, that would be a problem. And I can see why that'd be a problem. So I'm not a quitter, just so you know. I'm not a quitter. We're just going to do something that's better. We're going to do something better with our time. I like this cover. I like this cover right here. This cover is pretty cool. Look at this cover. I like that. It's almost like Doctor Strange or something going on with that cover right there. So it's pretty cool. And then this one, I don't know, reminds me of like a Michelangelo piece or something. He's pointing up to the sky. I don't know what piece of art that is, but it reminds me of that. And we got some T-Rex. Looks like we got a T-Rex skull. I mean, I could see how that would be cool, but then you flip into this and it's like, well, where's the T-Rex picture? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a big old T-Rex picture, And I actually have one. I'm gonna make a quick it's not a real T-Rex, but it's funny. I'm gonna make a quick collage with that. It's coming up soon. And there's nothing, not even a picture. I mean, that really burst my bubble right there. Come on, man. I want to see the full, you know, skeleton and stuff like it's in the museum. So this is not cool to me. It's not helping me out in any way. I'm not helping y'all out because I want to get y'all some cool assets so you can make cool collage art as well. Plus, in these videos, I want to be able for us to make cool stuff when we're cutting them out and when we're going through them. And yeah, that's cool, but the sticker's over his mouth. You got text around here. This has been scratched up a little bit, so it's not that clean. And then I don't have any good pictures. Like, you're killing me, man. Like, here, let me grab some. Let's see, what do we got? Here we go. What would this be like? We're not going to do it right. Hey, quit pulling on me, cord. I got this new setup, trying to figure it out. It's trying to trap me in the cords. We got a Vanity Fair right here with the royal family. Check them out. Now, there's definitely more cool stuff in here if we're going to go through and make some collage art. Look, they're already collaging for us. Pretty cool. We'll look at this Vanity Fair later. Check out this Lego magazine. Do you like Legos? This magazine's for you. I'm going to give this magazine away for free. You know why? Because I have like 4 of them. I have 4 of these. I seen this place that I go to. They get donated old magazines. And I don't know, maybe they didn't sell, so they bring them over there and donate them, and maybe it's a tax write-off. But these Lego, it's a Times magazine, you know, it's a Time magazine, but it's all about Legos, and it's really cool. It's really cool. I've already cut one of these up because I was going to make some collage art with it, so I already have one cut up, but I have like, I want to say like four of them, 3 or 4 of them. And so I was like, man, I think people would like these. They're just fun. Maybe you could do it with your kids or something. Check it out. But if you want to make some collage art, there's also some cool stuff for collage art if you want to bring Legos into your collage art. So I thought it was really cool. So this magazine is fun. I'm definitely going to be giving it away here soon. I just got to get that set up. What it's going to be called is Free Magazine Friday, and I'm going to give away free magazines on Friday. I'll make videos, and there's going to be no tricks to it. All it's going to be is, all you have to do is do a comment. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to even like the video. You just have to drop a comment, and you'll be entered, and then we'll have a random comment selector. It's an auto comment selector selecting a random comment, and then that person, I'll send them a free magazine. It's going to be a little more tricky on YouTube because I can't send you a direct message like that, so I'm going to have to say, well, send me an email, and then I'll have to give you a code, and then you come back and comment the code so I know that it's you, and then I can send it to you. Just want to make sure that the right person's getting the magazine. Be a little tricky. It's not like on like the other platforms where I could just send you a direct message, so we'll figure it out. But check it out though. Cool. This is a cool magazine, man. This is a cool magazine. If you like Legos, you know, then you might know that everything is awesome. But yeah, this is a cool one here. I just got this one for Star Wars the other day, but I don't see it in my reach. Oh, I was gonna do a video about this magazine. Got the Van Halen. I came across the Van Halen magazine, and I was talking to the lady. She was just putting them out, and I'm like, oh, what's that? And you know what else she had? Getting in the camera. What else she had was these 2. She had these 2 magazines sitting there, and she's about to put them out, and I grabbed them. I'm like, what are you doing with these? And look, it's Guitar World, but it has the Beatles on it. And I was like, oh man, you're giving me that. And she's like, well, they're $1, you know, because usually they're cheaper. And she's like, but they're $1, these ones. And I was like, I don't care. I'm buying it right now. Hand it over, because I don't think I'll cut these up. I think I'll probably give these away. We'll maybe do a magazine flip through on these because, you know, cool magazine. But I don't really want to cut it up. I know there's cool stuff in here, but I have other Guitar World magazines, and I feel like somebody would really enjoy this if they're a Beatles fan. I'm not the hugest Beatles fan, you know, before my times and all that stuff, but like one of my older brothers, he loves the Beatles. So if nobody wants it on here, I would give him that magazine. I don't know if you love Van Halen, but got this whole Van Halen magazine. So it's Guitar World as well, but really cool magazine here, just because so So cool. If you're into this band, you would really love it. But just for the pictures, if you were to make some collage art or something, there's some really crazy pictures, you know, of them like jumping into the crowds and doing cool stuff like that. And I could see making some quick collage art videos with these. Oh, that's an awesome picture. Like, give big ups to that photographer right there catching that. And I don't know if you're into like big live concerts, but man, that's just the vibes, you know, the vibes there. You could tell it was a time. It was a time. The big hair. I got the big hair a little bit, you know, but not any big hair like that, but just kind of crazy, just kind of different stuff. So these are kind of wasting our time. I don't know. You do some math and get some bugs in the corner. Let's just look at them real quick. You got some counting, some numbers. I don't know. These are like the brain, inside the brain. That one's weird with some stuff. Looks like some firefighters. This dude looks like he is like a Ghostbuster or something. He's a Ghostbuster in the woods. He has one of those suits to make him like walk, you know, for a long time or something like that. It's kind of different. That one's gross. Got some bugs on it. What mountain is that? The High Life. I don't know what mountain that is, but you tell me if you know. Some religious stuff. The Cosmos. They were there. They filmed it. They landed right there. Humans. Skulls. Don't like that. Not cool. Kind of talking away from the mic. I gotta get used to this mic. Gotta get used to this setup. It is no longer under my chin here, so my chin ain't scraping on the microphone anymore. It's up above and kind of to the side. So I kind of, when I start looking off to the side like this, I gotta make sure that I'm looking over here. But you know, that would be kind of cool right there. What's this? The Lord of the Flies. I don't really know what that is. Got some eggs. I don't know what you can do with them eggs. And this dude, he's here to steal your blood. He's gonna suck your blood. And oh, here's another mountain. What mountain? Sleeping Beauty. That looks like Mount St. Helens, just because of the side of it is kind of missing. Where I live, I've told this story before. Where I live, I could see just the peak, just a little slice of top of Mount St. Helens. It kind of sucks because if it was still there, I'd be able to see the top of it, but I can't. I can see the other Cascade Mountain range, but I can see just the peak of Mount St. Helens. I love it. I really love Mount Hood. Mount Hood's so beautiful. And if you're not from around here, if you ain't been around here and you come and you see that mountain, you're like, what is that thing in the sky? That thing is crazy. Like, it's a huge, huge mountain, and the mountain range is super beautiful. Love it, love it. Anyway, these magazines are kind of goofy, kind of weird, kind of wasting our time. We could be going through something way cooler, but I'm just trying to figure out the stream and get the stream figured out. So, you know, thank you for bearing with me. And if you see this video later, I really appreciate you checking it out. You know, we're trying to get it down. I don't know how this mic's sounding now that it's over here to the side. So I'll have to go back, analyze it all. I can't really hear myself right now. I can hear myself how it sounds through this mic, but on my processing, you know, program here, it puts a delay on it. So I want to hear the music. I want to hear my voice. But when it's off, it really will mess with your brain. So I can't really hear what's happening. I'll have to go back and analyze it. Make sure the volume's low. I just want that, you know, those beats going on in the background. They're from CreatorMix. It's all royalty free. So shout out to CreatorMix.com is where we get the music from, and they just kind of go in the background, just some chill lo-fi, just to keep the vibe there, just to keep things going. And so that's what we do with that. So trying to figure it out. Get better. We're just going to keep getting better every day, figure this setup up, and then we're going to do a lot more stuff. I have so much stuff to do on this channel. I just thought this would be a cool way to try to get rid of these magazines, and we'll cut through them. But after cutting through them here with y'all for like an hour or something, it's just kind of pointless. It's not worth putting in the effort to go through all these. I have so much more better things we can be doing, and I don't want to bore y'all with looking at these magazines. I'd rather go look at some cooler magazines together. We could cut through these together, and maybe we'll find a cool place to go on a honeymoon or something. I don't know. I don't have a significant other yet, but we'll get to that point, and then she's gonna come with me, and we're gonna go surfing in Mexico. Oh, this ain't the Mexico one. This is the Mexico one. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, there would be a lot more fun, a lot more interesting, a lot more commentary for me to do. So anyways, thank y'all for tuning in to this stream. I really do appreciate it. And let's see, I have another screen and it should say, I'll see you soon, see you next time. I don't know, why is it not doing it full screen? I can't really see. Something's wrong. Be right back. Next stream. See, we're figuring things out. They messed my cover up. There it goes. Hey, look. Now it should be working properly. See, we're figuring things out. We're doing it together. I think it's really cool. I think it's really fun. It's going to be really fun here in the future. I have so many cool things. We're going to make some fun art together. We're going to make some fun collages. And I'll probably be filming some of my quick collage videos, and you'll get to see how I make those. Also, going through a bunch of magazines and building magazine clipping packs so I can give them away to other people. So that's going to be real fun. Those are going to be cool, and you'll look out for those in the future if you see this video in the future, or if you had a chance to tune in at all to this. I really, really, really appreciate you being here, and I love you very much, and I'll see you real soon.